Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? You know who this is, the real one, always 100, the chosen one. I got to get used to saying that. Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club and Schroeder Skywalker from the DFS Club coming to you guys with a Thanksgiving feast. Thanksgiving slate, guys. Should be a good one. It's not going to be very hard to fit all the studs in. They kind of messed up on the pricing that way, so we got to find ways to be kind of different from everybody else for takedowns. Cash games, guys, should be so easy to cash. This is one of those slates I kind of recommend you go heavy on cash games because it's not hard. Um, because it's just going to be so chalky because you can fit everybody. Um, what else is going on? Hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. Make sure you guys turn off the TVs, invite all your family members over, invite all 100 of them over. Have a very nice Thanksgiving and don't listen to all that noise. All right. Business as usual. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So if you want my lineups, you want my cheat sheets, my projections, guys, ownership. Those of you that are paying an arm and a leg for ownership, you know what I'm talking about. It's dfsclub.com, guys. dfsclub.com. You got 3 providers in one, including myself. You get every single sport, not just NFL, guys. You get NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, tennis, NASCAR, soccer, esports, MMA, WNBA, college sports, EuroLeague basketball. Click the join now button. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, and pick your plans. Again, guys, we're the cheapest in the business, and we will always be the cheapest in the business. That is my promise to you. So come get it, guys. Shop around. Come back to me. Say, Skywalker, I shopped around, and you're the cheapest. So lineups, cheat sheet. You guys already know. DFSclub.com. And an announcement, guys. So if you haven't tuned into my UFC videos, now there's even more incentive. Not only are we giving away a free 1 month DFS Club membership, I'm also going to add something else. I'm going to add something else. I'm just trying to get more people excited about UFC, guys. So you will have a shot to win one of these bad boys, one of these personally autographed Miranda Fear the Maverick autograph photos. I just received them. So I'm making the announcement now. If you want to win one of these bad boys, you got to check out the UFC videos, guys. Again, just my way of saying thank you to you guys for just supporting me, supporting my channel. And those of you that have been watching the UFC videos, thank you. And here we go. More free stuff. So these are real autographs, guys. These are not freaking, as you can see through the mail, some of them got a little smudge, but these are authentic. They're real. They're not stamped. So just more incentives, guys. All right. So let's bring up the slate and let's get going. Because I'm also going to, after this, I'm probably going to record my first look for the Sunday slate. So let's bring up Draft Dashboard, guys. You know what this is. It's only $1 for 30 days. Click on the link in the description below. You yourself can have Draft Dashboard. I'll go back to the homepage just so you can see real quick. You get, for $1, guys, you get access to all my saved lineups, all my watch players, the player trends, and the cheat sheet. Because if you can't win, cheat. Got the best studs, best mid-tier, best value, guys. Draft Dashboard. I use this for all my videos, guys. And I have a very close relationship with Chris, who designed this whole thing. So any problems, you guys let me know. Let Chris know. Chris will get back to you like that. Not many CEOs of companies will do that. So Draft Dashboard, guys. All right, so let's go to quarterback. Deshaun Watson, 7-4, $1,300 more on FanDuel. Coming off a great game, 34 fantasy points. Let's see here. No history against Detroit. This game should be a shootout. Vegas thinks so too. I don't say he's really rushing dependent, but he's just been getting it done, guys. I mean, 6, 8, 10 rushes a game. Hopefully you can. I don't ever think he's gotten a 100-yard rushing bonus yet, but he doesn't need to, guys. With putting up 34, 14, 24 fantasy points a game. 7-4. Great cash game play because I think his ownership's going to be through the roof. And when I don't have a cattail in my face, right? He's all excited, man. You got to excuse Schroeder. Sometimes he gets a little too excited. All right. So then we got Lamar Jackson. Here's a pretty good opportunity for GPPs because his ownership will be low. Because let's face it, he stuck us in the prison pocket way too many times this season. Right in the old freaking prison pocket. He's 6'8". Going up against Pittsburgh, who's #1 in the league against quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, though, you do get the rushing upside. He rushes more than Deshaun Watson. It's just their passing is just freaking it's ass. It's awful. You're having the #1 receiver, Hollywood Brown. You need to change that nickname from Hollywood to I don't know, South Central. You know what I'm saying? You got goose egg. So Lamar Jackson is risky, but again, I think he's burned too many people so many times. He'll be low owned. Stafford would normally be a great play here, especially at that low price tag. It's just the thumb I worry about, his finger injury. As you saw last week, it took its toll. They got shut out, goose egg, and he fumbled a bunch of snaps. So he's out there. He's playing hurt. And finger injuries don't heal quickly. They take for freaking ever. So that concerns me there. You can take some shots at Dalton, Alex Smith. This would actually be a good day too, guys. Just do a bunch of showdowns also. So I really like this Cowboys Dallas game, but I'll probably do it more as like a showdown. All right, so let's go to running back. So Ezekiel Elliott at 6'8" will be the chalk because let's face it, he's way too cheap. In years past, he's been over 8K. Andy Dalton is back. So we have one game here with Dalton back. He got 21 rushes, only 2 targets though, but they're playing at home. He loves playing at home. Got 22 fantasy points. So Zeke is too cheap at 6'8". Definitely for cash games, guys. Antonio Gibson, he didn't practice. So we got to keep our eye on this. Okay. I'm filming this on Tuesday. 6K. If he plays, I think the matchup's good against Dallas. You already know. Running backs against Dallas. Antonio Gibson's been getting it done. 17, 23, 14 in his last 3. Even though Alex Smith passes the ball a lot, he's still getting about, 13 to 16 carries. So first and second down back, Antonio Gibson, get him in there. Duke Johnson has the best position in this slate, guys, as far as like defense goes. Houston's ranked dead last in the league against running backs, but it's Duke Johnson. 5.7K. It's like what I always say about the Arizona running backs, right? Since Kyler Murray always runs it in, same with Deshaun Watson. He's going to run it in. So Duke Johnson's very touchdown dependent. With that said, risky. GPP play guy, maybe cash. We'll see what the ownership's like. A lot of people might pair him up with Ezekiel, but I'm really liking JD McKissick here again at 5.1K, guys. Before last, he still got double digits, which is not bad for a backup running back, right? He's been getting more targets than most wide receivers, with the exception of last week, guys. 14, 15, 4. I might play J.D. McKissick at 5-1, even if Antonio Gibson plays. If he doesn't play, that's going to be a huge boost. He'll probably end up being the chalk and probably a cash play, guys. So it doesn't look like Swift is going to clear that concussion protocol. It's just too soon. Those of you that ever dealt with concussions, you already know. That shit takes forever. So it looks like it's going to be the AP and Kerryon Johnson show. Last week, it was a 50-50 split. 7 carries for AP, 6 for Kerryon. Neither one did jack shit. So probably more of a showdown play you're looking at here, but I wouldn't fucking do it. Gus Edwards isn't bad at 4K. It's just, I don't know what's going on with that team with the COVID protocols and all that crap. So let's wait and see on the news. Now, Gus Edwards gets the start, and he's pretty much the only running back left. You might want to get him in there at 4K. But again, there's no real reason to try and save money on the slate because everybody's priced down. You got James Conner at 6'2". That's really cheap. Now, I always say friends don't let friends play James Conner. However, Last time against Baltimore, he got 15 fantasy points. The time before that, he got 12. So at least he got double-digit fantasy points. You know he's going to get the he's the first stringer. With him, you just always got to worry about, is he going to get hurt, right? Pittsburgh does nothing but throw the ball. That's all they do. I don't care if they're up by 40. Big Ben airs it out. So it's risky, but James Conner, more definitely of a GPP play. You got to take a risk, guys. Let's see. Scared money don't make money. You know what I'm saying? So that's about all I got. So running back's pretty ugly. Let's go to wide receiver. Terry McLaurin. He didn't practice, but I think he's going to play 7K. I can't believe Terry McLaurin is the highest priced wide receiver on a slate. Not take anything away from him, but it's Terry McLaurin. He's more expensive than Will Fuller, Amari Cooper, right? It's 2020. These are crazy times. But yeah, guys, cash games, absolutely. I'm sure he'll be chalky. You know what you're getting with McLaurin, the number one option in Washington. Get him in there. Will Fuller, if you're going to play Deshaun Watson, you better throw up some Will Fuller, maybe even some Brandon Cooks with them. Fuller's 6'4", Cooks is 5'3". I dare say Will Fuller's having kind of a disappointing year. I mean, he's the number one option, obviously, but, you know, it's a risk, but we'll see. I think he's going to go under owned, but since Deshaun Watson won't be, it's kind of hard to tell at this point. For me, it's all about ownership, guys. Ownership is the make or break bar that I set, whether it's going to be a cash or a GPP play. Cash games, you want to put the chalkiest players in there as possible. GPPs, you want to put the lowest owned players in there with the biggest upside. All right. So Will Fuller's in play. Amari Cooper against Washington. Believe it or not, Washington is really tough on wide receivers. They're ranked second in the league, guys. That's crazy. But Amari Cooper's only 5'7". Last week with Dalton back, 7 targets, 14 fantasy points. 81% of the time he's on the field. 5'7". Again, I'm going to attack this game, I think, more on a showdown slate. All right, Schroeder, you got to get down, buddy. You're going to make me bounce up and down here. All right. And then again, Brandon Cooks, guys, at 5'3". You rather go here than Fuller or roster both? I wouldn't blame you for that. Brandon Cooks, again, safe play, double-digit fantasy points. All his games in the last 5 games, all double-digit fantasy points. 5, 8, 9. He does the best he can with his targets, so get him in there. Marvin Hall, I mean, I guess he's really cheap at 3.9. If Amendola and Galladay are out again, it's going to be the Marvin Jones and Marvin Hall show. The Marvin show. Marvin got us right in the old prison pocket last week with 6 targets, only 9 fantasy points after coming off a 24-point fantasy game. He should have a better time in this game right here against Houston, guys. Ranked 25th in the league against wide receivers. Marvin Jones Jr., Marvin Hall. If you want to put them together with Matthew Stafford, I mean, it'll be in a GPP, that'll be really low owned. I think you can definitely do it. And they won't break the bank. So don't be afraid to leave salary on the table, especially on this slate. You might end up doing it. Don't feel like you have to use all that salary. Because when you take down, you don't want to share it with 200 people. This is a 3-game slate. I mean, there's a good possibility of that. So you just want to stay away from it. Let's see. Anybody else? Yeah, these Pittsburgh receivers. Deontay Johnson, out of all of them, as the last 2 games has just been crazy. 6.2K, 26, 27 fantasy points in his last 2. He got 16 targets last week. My God. Chase Claypool is 6'1", 16, 21, 15 in his last 3. You can fit both these guys, no problem. Juju Smith-Schuster stubbed his toe. Kind of an embarrassing injury, but, you know, it is what it is. He didn't practice, but I still think he's going to go. I'd probably rather go Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, because I think you won't have a problem getting to them salary-wise. So Pittsburgh stack, again, GPPs, if you want to pair them up with Big Ben, not a bad idea. Even against Baltimore, guys. That game could be a shootout. Shit. Then we got my man, CeeDee Lamb, man. He never disappoints. He's 5.4K. Doing a Dallas stack. I trust CeeDee Lamb more than I trust freaking Amari Cooper, believe it or not. He's just more consistent. 5, 6, 7 targets in his last 3 games. 17, 16 fantasy points. This game shoots out, man. All these Dallas receivers should feast, but I do love CD Lamb, guys. Willie Snead, 4-3. I will play him a million times more than I'll play freaking Marquise Brown. So if you're going to play Lamar Jackson, you got to put him with Snead. He had a bad game. 7 targets still, though. His targets didn't go down. He just had a bad game. It happens. 4.3K, $1,000 more on FanDuel. Get him in there, guys. Again, Danny Amendola, he didn't practice. I don't know if he's going to play. And how about Dez Bryant? Give it up, guys. He had 5 targets, 7 fantasy points last week. Again, with his Lamar Jackson stacks, you might want to take some shots on Dez Bryant at 3.6. I swear, guys, you might be leaving like 6K, 5K on the table on this slate and be perfectly okay with it. All right? Don't feel like you have to use it just to use it. But you want to take some shots with Dez, why not? Now, I know he's 150 years old, but shit, he made a good debut. I think his targets will go up even more. So watch him totally break the slate. I would not be surprised. It's 2020, all right? Tight ends. Dalton Schultz, sorry. He got in the end zone. Finally, I was kind of worried there for a minute. 3.8K. 13 fantasy points on 6 targets. Against Washington, I mean, the matchup's great. He's got the best matchup as far as like tight ends goes, but I don't think he's a necessity. Logan Thomas, I'm just done with this guy. I'm done with him. 3.5K. He'll either get you 3 or 11 fantasy points. I think we can do better. Jordan Atkins' diet is only 2.9K. 6 targets, 13 fantasy points last week. It's nice to see him get back to how he was before he got injured. He's on the field just as much as Fells. Actually, Fells is on the field for a little bit more, but Fells is more the blocking tight end. Atkins is more of the pass-catching tight end. So get him in there, guys. Mark Andrews, toughest matchup. Pittsburgh's ranked number 1 in the league against tight ends. So you want to take a shot, you could with Mark Andrews, but I'm not going to do it. I don't like the matchup. It's just a bad matchup. Shit. TJ Hawkinson, he was limited. He's going to play. He's 4.7K. He's always the safest, right? Especially with no Amendola, no Galladay. Hawkinson at 4.7 is the cheapest play. Not the cheapest, the safest. I need to slow down. I'm so excited, as usual. But 4.7, guys, get him in there. Eric Ebron with that Pittsburgh stack, still not bad. Even Baltimore, they don't do very well against tight ends. They're ranked 17th in the league against tight ends. He got 14 fantasy points last week. His targets are always there, 6 to 7 targets a game. 4.1K. Eric Ebron, definitely get him in there, guys. Defenses, and I wish they would just quit with this. You can pay up if you want for defense. Last time Lamar Jackson faced the Steelers, he had 4 turnovers. I think 2 of them were fumbles. 2 or 3 of them were fumbles. That's a good defense. Not doing the Ravens defense. So yeah, I would just pay up a defense, guys. I would just pay up for Pittsburgh, both formats, and that's the route I'm going to take, guys. And that's going to do it for the video. So very cut and dry, very simple. Let's check the weather real quick. Lions will be in a dome. Cowboys, beautiful weather. No weather to worry about. So again, guys, it's Tuesday. These injuries can change, so keep your eyes out for the injuries. And don't forget, guys, DFSclub.com. Come join the family, guys. We'd love to have you. We are a DFS movement. Again, how you guys like it? I finally, I know I got a lot of it slicked back, but finally got it cleaned up. It's still really long on top, but at least it's cleaned up. I don't have that mop. All right. So yeah, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Get all your family members together. Screw these governors. Let's go. Life goes on. All right. That's my words of wisdom, my old man words of wisdom for you guys. All right. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your pets. Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody. Absolutely nobody. That includes your governors, guys. I know a lot of you might get up butt hurt and upset. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to this old man ramble. I love you guys. Take care.